Let the games begin. NCAA tournament opening round, Monmouth and Hampton. Winner gets Villanova Friday in the Minneapolis region. That's John Bunch, plays for Monmouth, comes off the bench. We should meet him. 18 blocks in one game. Biggest player in the tournament, 7'2", 320 pounds, and he was recruited while working in a movie theater. Hey, down in front! Dude's bigger than an IMAX. The movie that he was recruited at, by the way, Ice Age. It's Hampton melting. Monmouth up 15 at the half, now up 17. Tyler Azzarelli drives there, then Bunch. Out to Chris Kenny, an opening round record with 6 threes. He finished with 20 points. Monmouth running away with it. How about the big fella, Bunch? 7 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 blocks. Fouled on up, and a little tood to go with the 7-2. Ice Age over. Now it's Hoosiers for Monmouth. They win this one, 71-49 is your final. I'm on cloud 9 right now. I'm going to stay there for a while. That's what Chris Kenny said afterwards. A while is expected to end Friday. Every opening round winner since 2001 has lost by at least 15 points in their next game, and a 16 seed has never beaten a 1 seed. Monmouth.
There's nothing like these first 2 days of the NCAA tournament because the little guys get their shot at the brass ring. We're going to pick up the action right away. The D.C. regional at Greensboro. Number 2, Tennessee. Number 15, Winthrop. And a thriller. That is Jawan Smith with a deep 3, banking it off glass. Tennessee's up 4 in the second half. Later in the second, tied at 56. Winthrop on the run. Ahead to Craig Bradshaw for the easy one. Winthrop up 2. And they're feeling good about it. Final seconds tied at 61. Tennessee chance to win. C.J. Watson, no good for 3, but Tennessee gets the ball back. And look at this runner from Chris Lofton with 2.9 seconds to play. Tennessee goes up 63-61, but there's a last chance left for Winthrop. And this is a crazy-looking play that almost worked. Full court inbounds off the backboard. Clock didn't start. Craig Bradshaw's shot is no good, so Tennessee hangs on to survive by the hairs of their chinny chin. 63-61 is the final score there. Let the good times continue in Salt Lake City. The Minnesota Regional, number 4, Boston College, number 13, Pacific. Another thriller. Al Skinner and BC going to work. Tight one here. Under 20 seconds left. Pacific down 3. Big West Player of the Year, Christian Marker, drains the 3 of his 30 points of the game, tying the ball game at 65. BC now with a chance to win. Craig Smith hustles it up court and walks. So they're going to head to overtime. And in the OT, Pacific is up 3. BC had turned the ball over. Mike Webb, the pull-up 3 on the break. Webb had 4 trays in the game. That put Pacific up by half dozen. But BC won't go away. Under a minute left, down 5. Jared Dudley knocks the 3 down. He had 23. The lead cut to 2. Down 2 BC is. Under 10 seconds to play. Craig Smith draws the foul. Craig Smith, a 65% shooter from the line, needs to hit both of them to tie, and that's exactly what he does. Smith finishes with 25 points, all tied at 74. Pacific racing up the floor now. Doesn't happen. To double overtime they go. And in that second OT, it was all Boston College. Pacific was out of gas. BC press forcing the turnover. Huge Sean Williams dunk right there. So BC outscores Pacific 14-2 in the second overtime session. They hold on to win 88-76. They hold Marker scoreless in the overtimes, both of them, and the Eagles move to the second round for the 3rd straight year. Also in the region, a 5-12 matchup, and yes, for the 17th time in the last 18 years, a 12 has beaten a 5. Montana gets all over Nevada, 87-79, the final score there. Andrew Strait had 22 points in the game. So those 2 games on the books. 2 more in the top half of the bracket coming up tomorrow in Philadelphia, featuring top seed Villanova versus Monmouth, and the 8-9 between Arizona and Wisconsin. Matt?
Wisconsin-Milwaukee made the Sweet 16 under Bruce Pearl last spring. Rob Jeter trying to recreate the magic, starting with Oklahoma. Sooners not scared, so the Panthers threw a boo at him. Boo Davis for 3. Then Boo Davis one more time. Panthers up 9. He had 26. More Boo. Driving this time into the paint. Boo.
I'm scared.
So you have reason to be. So does everybody else, because UW-Milwaukee is back at it again. Oklahoma, you're on the list right there with Alabama and Boston College from last year. Sooners actually outshot and out-rebounded Milwaukee, but the Panthers hit 26 of their 32 free throw attempts, while OU only got to the line 8 times.
The Minneapolis region down in Jacksonville, 14 South Alabama, number 3 Florida. Off the steal, Al Horford to Joakim Noah. Noah had 16 points, a career-high 7 assists, and the Gators go on to win, and they win it handily by a final count of 76-50. So the Gators get it done, they move on, and so does the action.
So Minneapolis region, the bracket, if your bracket looks like our bracket, you're in pretty good shape. That means you got UW Milwaukee, you got Florida, and hopefully you've got the right answers on Georgetown, Northern Iowa, Ohio State, and Davidson. Remember, the Buckeyes playing in Dayton, just 70 miles from their home court. Washington, D.C. region. Most years this wouldn't look right. 10-seed Seton Hall, 7-seed Wichita State, but it very quickly made sense. Sean O'Geary, the deep three, he hit 6 from the great beyond. Shockers led by as many as 20. It was less shocking in the second half when they poured it on. Teron Bradley with the take and the finish. Wichita State wins it by 20, 86-66. O'Geary with 23. The first tourney win in 25 years for Wichita State, which hit 10 threes on the afternoon. The Hall shot just 34%, and they are officially done. So, your D.C. bracket. Michigan State and George Mason still to go on Friday. North Carolina and Murray State will go out as well in the 14-3 game. Wichita State will face Tennessee next.
3-seed Gonzaga, America's team taking on Xavier. Second half, Stanley Burrell kick out to Johnny Wolf. He hits the 3. Xavier up 6. 14-seed no sheep, but the Musketeers get lamb chopped by you-know-who. Adam Morrison, D1 scoring leader. Gonzaga down 2. Morrison scored 7 of his 35 in the final 2 minutes. Gonzaga up 1. Final half minute, Xavier down 3. Burrell misses the 3. Morrison. Oh, the Morrison Hotel, no vacancy. 79-75, 19th straight win. The mustache rules.
Could have been easy for anybody just to check out and say, you know, nice job, Xavier. But, you know, we finally got the lead with about a minute to go. And so, you know, that rebound, you know, I'm not the greatest rebounder on this team, so I was pretty happy with myself. And, you know, I knew if I could make these free throws, the game would pretty much be over. And, you know, as you guys know, I'm a pretty emotional player, and you know, I kind of feed off of what other people say to me or whatever people do, and that's what kind of gets me going.
San Diego State, a scary 11 seed for the Hoosiers, and Indiana trailed by double digits in the second half, but Earl Callaway drives 2 of his 18, hangs and hits, and IU within 1. Just over 20 ticks to go. Brandon Heath, talented guard, but loses the ball and is afraid it's going to be backcourt, so he can't jump on it. Marshall Strickland does for IU. Jump ball goes to the Hoosiers. Trying to come all the way back from the double-digit deficit. The ball gets tipped in the air. Robert Vaden gets it, and Giddey all 3 of these. 3 of his 18, and San Diego State had the lead. They lose. Mike Davis at least 1 more game to go.
Didn't really cross my mind about it being my last game. Just crossed my mind about making sure our guys fought to the end and not panic. And so, as I said before, we've been in that situation over the last 3 weeks where it's a do-or-die situation for us. And I mean, I wanted so badly for these guys and for Indiana basketball program, for this team just to continue to play hard and go out on top.
So the matchup in the second round, Indiana and Gonzaga. They met once before in 2002. Indiana won that game by a point. Gonzaga, devastated a year ago, and Texas Tech kept them from advancing to the second weekend. The last 4 trips Gonzaga has made to the dance, they have not made it into that second weekend. Indiana standing in their way.
Action in San Diego got off to an inauspicious and scary start when bomb-sniffing dogs detected something strange in a condiment cart inside the gym. It was evacuated a couple of hours before the day's first tip-off, and all clear was determined, and games began about 70 minutes late. The first game was quite a doozy. It was 7 Marquette, 10 Alabama. Players stayed in their hotels during the bomb scare. Jean Felix, Alabama, said things like that aren't going to beat us. No, he was going to beat Marquette is what it was. 2 for 14 in his last 2 games. 8 of 11 from 3 at a career-high 31. Final seconds, Marquette down 3. All-time leading 3-man for Marquette, Steve Novak. Some go down, some don't. That's what he said. And Marquette goes down. Alabama 90-85. This is what your bracket should look like. Alabama advances to play 2-seed UCLA. Ben Howland with his first NCAA tournament win since taking the Bruins job 3 seasons ago. Belmont with just 21 second-half points in the 34-point UCLA win. Gonzaga and Indiana, you are well-versed. And the Bruins looking to advance to their first Sweet 16 since 2002.
15-seed Winthrop, a sexy upset pick. They nearly pull it off. Chris Lofton, only 5 of 14 from the floor, but he hits with 4/10 on the clock. Take another look. The Volunteers, joy on Rocky Top. Lofton might have got away with an extra step, but give the young man credit. He drops the bucket, and Tennessee going crazy. Winthrop has .4 to try to pull off a miracle. Actually, after it goes out off the backboard, Craig Bradshaw gets a look. Doesn't go in. Tennessee survive, advance. Right, Coach?
We beat a very good basketball team. And it would have been hard for you to have not characterized it as an upset if we had gotten beat. But you had 2 terrific basketball teams that played extremely hard. And it's a shame that one team had to lose.
That it is. We're lucky enough to be hanging with the Vols all tourney long. Coming up, our all-access series continues. Here's a sneak peek.
Chris come up, back screen. If we got the lob here for Andre, we throwing it. If not, Gators looping around and setting a screen, a screener screen. We entering it to Chris Lofton. And Chris, once you get the ball, hit that shot and win the basketball game for us. And that's what happened.
Bottom half of the Washington, D.C. region looks like this. Tennessee taking on Wichita State, and let's give it up for the Missouri Valley. They're taking a lot of heat. Shockers came out and dominated Seton Hall. First win for that program in the dance in quarter century. Friday in this one, Michigan State takes on Mason, while the defending champion Tar Heels take on Murray State.
There was no better conference tournament story than Syracuse, but that was last week's book, and the better read on Thursday belonged to Texas A&M. Second half, AC Law, he had 23. A&M wins 66-58. Jerry McNamara goes 0 for 6 from the field, 2 points, and this post-game question.
How do you feel about your performance then?
I feel great about it. I feel great. My last game, and we lost. Probably because of me. It's fantastic. It's a great feeling.
McNamara held to just 2 by Texas A&M, did not make a single field goal attempt, and for the second straight season, the Orange are sent home in the first round after winning the Big East tournament.
GW-UNCW, personification of why this event is so great. Down by as many as 18. Here come Carl Hobbs' bunch. Mike Hall, 1, 2, 3 the hard way. GW on a 19-0 run. They go ahead, but then they're down too late. Carl Elliott fouled, shooting a 3, makes the first 2, misses the third. Here comes Wilmington with a chance to win it. They've got TJ Carter, one of the best players in the CAA. He had 25. This shot, no good. But coming back the other way, J.R. Pinnock to Maurice Rice. He's all by himself. But the clock runs out before he can make the bucket. We head to an extra 5 minutes in the overtime period. Beckham Wyrick trying to tie it up late. No. And the Colonials, led by, well, all 5 starters in double figures. Said Carl Hobbs, the resiliency and will to win is incredible. Now, we've got video restrictions where we show you all the highlights. Duke pulled away from Southern in the second half. They'll take on GW in the second round. Syracuse sent home in the first round for the second straight year. A&M moves on to play LSU. Big Baby, you can't put Big Baby in the corner. He had 22 and 13. They top Iona.
Montana used to be Big Sky rivals. Grizzlies whacked the Wolfpack Thursday. Montana never trailed. Nevada had won 14 straight, 87-79. Brian Ellis there, 2+1. They're partying at the Mo Club. It's Mary Richards' favorite bracket. It's the Minneapolis region. Later in the show, you'll hear a Monmouth hot shot shoot his mouth off about playing Villanova. Arizona or Wisconsin dribble Friday to meet that winner. Boston College survived that scare with Pacific. Now the Eagles go Grizzly hunting. Montana, another 12, dropping a 5. In the tourney, Panthers went to the Sweet 16 last year under current Tennessee coach Bruce Pearl. UWM beating Alabama and BC. Then 4 of their 5 starters from last year's team returned to this year's bunch, so adding Oklahoma to that resume, not all that shocking. And maybe they can get some advice from their former coach. Tennessee beat Florida twice this season, and it's Florida who's next for UW-Milwaukee. Panthers, Gators, you now know. Friday's games in this half of the Minneapolis region. Georgetown's First NCAA tournament appearance since 2001. Northern Iowa has been one and done its last 2 years. Ohio State in Dayton facing Davidson. Advantage, Buckeyes.
Top half of the D.C. bracket. Illinois shot 58%, knocked off Air Force, the at-large team that everybody seemed to have a beef with. The Illini got 20 from freshman Jamar Smith. They scored more points versus Air Force in their win than anyone all year except for Washington, the team they play after UW took care of Utah State. Reese Davis and the Game Day guys here to put a bow on the day's action.
We are going to do everything we can tomorrow to make sure it doesn't happen with us, but it's going to come. Just a matter of time. There's just too much parity in college basketball.
Why not us? A 16 will beat a 1, whether it's in my lifetime or their lifetime or not. You know, it's an opportunity that we have in front of us, and why not us?
Oh, the Great Danes. So close to a fairy tale ending. Welcome to Sports Center along with Steve Levy. I'm Hans Christian Andersen.
Hans, plenty of panic around these parts. You know who you are. And throughout the Nutmeg State. Albany, proud member of the SUNY system. That's the State University of New York. UConn, proud member of the #1 seed system. You might have heard, no top seed has ever lost to a 16 seed in 88 tries. Albany coach Will Brown, I'm playing UConn. Well, they play games Friday and Sunday in Philadelphia. I'm packing 2 suits. We're packing home and away uniforms. This is David and Goliath, and we're bringing our slingshots. Here we go. Second half, folks. Albany's up 7. 4 on the shot clock. Jason Siggers beats the buzzer. Albany's got a 10-point lead. Jamar Wilson drive and hits. Albany, its biggest lead at 50-38. Now we're tied at 52. Under 6 minutes to go, Marcus Williams. Williams had 21 points. A 34-9 UConn run to close it out. Denham Brown off the 3. Jim Calhoun was in desperate need of somebody to step up.
In the past, Connecticut's always had the Ben Gordons and the Meccas and the Ray Allens and Richard Hamilton. This team, Rudy Gay a year from now will, but he won't probably, I hope he is, but he probably won't be at Connecticut because the NBA will like to throw him on a bench someplace for 2 years so he can develop stupidly.
All 5 starters for UConn will be playing in the NBA one day. And for us to come out here and challenge them with 6 minutes to go, it's an even basketball game. That says a lot about our program and these kids.
Well, goodwill went hunting, right, for sure. UConn's close call with Albany, just another indication on how the first round's getting harder for the top seeds in the NCAA tournament. Since the opening round game was introduced in 2001, the average win margin of the #1 seeds in the first round has been on the decline. None of the 4 top seeds this year have won their first round games by 20 points or more.
Iowa Northwestern, not so great to be a Hawkeye, really. Double-digit lead for Iowa with 7 minutes left. Here, a chance to put the game up 3. It doesn't happen, so it's 63-61 off the miss. On the other end, Kerwin Forges misses the long 2 to tie rebound. Jermaine Wallace, time running down, got a fire and nothing but the bottom. Northwestern State now up 64-63. Half a second left. Bruner inbounding. If you see, the Demons are celebrating. Uh-oh, guy gets loose. Adam Haluska, long no miss. Not good. Taking a look at the game-winning shot. Wallace, Drano, and a 14 seed knocks off #3 Iowa 64-63.
I had a dream last night that we was going to win on a buzzer beater. And I just, man, it's just crazy right now because I really dreamed that. And for this to happen is, man, it's crazy right now.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a cliche right now because Tyrone has said it, but I have no idea what's going on right now because I did too.
This is a tough thing to end your career on, last second shot. I mean, you know, it's just tough, but we'll bounce back from it.
It's not the fitting end to what was a great journey this year. I ache for the seniors that their last game had to be like this.
Well, now can I get a pair? Northwestern State would become the third 14 seed to win 2 games in the tourney. The first, Kevin Mackey's Cleveland State Vikings back in 1986. Other 14 seed to do it, the Chattanooga Moccasins, who beat Georgia and Illinois on their way to the Sweet 16 in 97. Love the Mocs. And the last 14 seed to try and win 2 tournament games, last year's Bucknell team, who after beating Kansas in round 1, lost to Wisconsin 71-62 in round 2. Kansas, loser round 1. Foreshadowing. Not only was the win big for Northwestern State, but it was a boost to the Southland Conference. The Demons won a first-round game for the first time ever, and the first by a Southland team in 21 years. It's the first since Karl Malone led Louisiana Tech to a victory. After the Demons' opening round win in 2001, they went on to lose by 42 points to Illinois. George Mason, Michigan State. Sparty usually strong in this tournament. Second half, George Mason leading by 4. Lamar Butler good for 3. He finished with 13. George Mason up by 7. Jay Lewis on the break. He's going to dunk. George Mason, 11th seed, pulls the upset over the 6th seed Michigan State, 75-65. The second 6th seed to lose. Kansas Beaker's first-round exit in last year's dance. Would the bookstore in Peoria be swamped with calls? Daniel Ruffin hit a 3-pointer. Bradley up 65-62. Jeff Hawkins in a 6-point game from the corner as well. Kansas down 3, but not a lot of time to work with. Off the inbound, Ruffin throws it over the press. Will Franklin lays it in. Bradley up 5. Braves would go on to win at 77-73. KU out in the first round for the second straight year.
You know, when Bucknell and Arkansas get together, you throw out the records, but not the seeds. Bucknell, the 9 seed, Razorbacks, the 8 seed. Kevin Betancourt for 3. He had 18. Bucknell enjoying the lead. End of the half, just over a minute left, tied at 55. Donald Brown barely gets it over half court in time, but then finds Charles Lee for the layup. Lee had 24, and Bucknell has the win. They're moving on.
Checking the top now of the bracket in Oakland. Bradley will meet Pitt. An easy winner over Kent State, 79-64, so that's Bradley Pitt.
See what you did there?
Yeah, exactly.
Brad Pitt is better than
Bucknell will get top seed Memphis. So Bucknell, last year they got Kansas. This year they beat Arkansas. Tigers get 30 good minutes from Oral Roberts before pulling away 94-78. ORU's first NCAA game since 1984. Ends like the last one with a loss to Memphis.
Brad Pitt.
I follow you. Atlanta region, Pennsylvania, Texas, Ivy League team, lower seed, higher SAT scores. Daniel Gibson, coast to coast, Texas in a fight the whole way, but they win at 60-52. Quakers' 8th straight NCAA loss. Brad Pitt, by the way, as close as Missouri is going to get to being an NCAA bracket. Check out the bottom half of the Atlanta region. Texas faces NC State in the second round. Wolfpack beat Cal 58-52. West Virginia was the first Big East winner of the tournament. They took out Southern Illinois early today, 64-46. They will face the Cinderella of the tournament, 14th seed Northwestern State. Big East, after going 0-3 in the first day of the tournament, responds going 5-0 in today's games. He upset Kentucky in the second round 2 years ago, dancing again tonight. In the first round, flipped the script. Tight fit, the full 40. Bobby Perry gets the big 3. The Wildcats up 5, going to win by 5, 69-64. 2 games played in the top half of the Washington region produce a UConn-UAB. Kentucky game on Sunday. That's right, UConn, Kentucky. Washington, Illinois, 1 seeds a year ago, also meet for a spot in the Sweet 16.
14 seed Murray State, the longest active consecutive game losing streak in the tournament, 10 straight. Going up against 3 seed North Carolina, give everything they could handle. Darnell Hopkins knocks it down. Tie the game at 65, under a minute left now. Marcus Ginyard gets the ball to Tyler Hansbrough. Everybody talking about this freshman. Tar Heels up 2. Time running out. 26 seconds left. Trey Pearson, the chance to win, and missed the 3 from the corner. Roy Williams has now won at least 1 NCAA tournament game in the past 17 seasons. The man was that tight. All right, here's the bottom of the Washington, D.C. bracket. You see George Mason will go up against North Carolina. And the other matchup has Wichita State against Tennessee. Much more on the Vols later in SportsCenter.
Opening round winner, Monmouth playing first round game against Villanova. Allen Ray back from that ugly Big East poke in the eye and had a shooting eye. He'd score 19, and Villanova would pull away late, 58-45. Monmouth put a pretty good fight early. As we look at the top of the Minneapolis bracket, Villanova faces Arizona in the second round on Sunday. The 8th seed Arizona Wildcats rolling past Scotty, 94-75. 19th straight 20-win season for Lute Olson's Cats. 94 points were the second highest point total for U of A this season. Badger hockey team also lost in the WCHA tournament 4-3.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
The 10 seed Northern Iowa, 7 seed Georgetown under a minute to go. Georgetown clinging to a 4-point lead. Eric Crawford can't hit the layup. Noah, though, gets back on defense for Northern Iowa, and that allows Brandon Bowman to finish, and I do mean finish. Hoyas hang on to win, and they win by 5. So as we look at the Minneapolis bracket right now, Georgetown will advance on. This was a better day for the Big East Conference.
Much.
Georgetown advances on. They'll play Ohio State. On the other side, UW-Milwaukee will go up against the 3 seed in the region in Florida. Now, the game day guys have much more with everything we've seen today and tonight. Therese, Dick, and Digger.